Welcome to the Pixl Marketing Show, the podcast for real estate media pros who want to go from random acts of marketing to remarkable results. I'm your host, Pete Stagel, founder of PixlCRM and creator of the Pixl Marketing Method. And every week, we're diving into the systems, strategies, and real stories that help you attract better clients, retain them longer, and grow a real business. Let's get into it.
You know, one of the most frustrating things about running a real estate photography business is that it's not enough to be good at what you do. You can have jaw-dropping photos. You can have the latest gear. You can even have clients who tell you they love your work and still feel like you're running in circles, trying to figure out where your next booking is coming from. That's because being great at your craft and running a great business are two entirely different skill sets. When I first started out, I thought hustle was the answer. Work more hours, take every job, say yes to everything. And it worked. For a while. But then reality set in. Hustle is not a long-term strategy. It's a fast track to burnout. If you've ever been stuck in that feast-or-famine cycle, you know what I mean. One week you're slammed with shoots, the next you're scrolling your phone hoping for that, "Hey, are you available?" text from an agent. What finally broke that cycle for me wasn't some magical marketing hack. It wasn't a better camera. It was a shift in how I thought about my business. Stop running on hustle, start running on systems. Systems change everything. They turn chaos into consistency. They let you predict what's coming in next month instead of guessing. They give you space to breathe, to create, to actually enjoy your business again. And here's the kicker. When your business runs on systems, it doesn't just make you more effective. It changes how clients see you. You're no longer just a photographer. You're the trusted pro with a process. The one who's dependable, the one who's easy to work with, the one they keep coming back to. Today's episode is about making that shift, going from scattered, random acts of marketing to a business that consistently delivers remarkable results. If you've been feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or like your business has more potential than it's currently showing, stick with me. By the end of this conversation, you'll see exactly how to move from hoping things work out to building a business that you can count on. Let's get into it.
From random acts to remarkable results. When I first started writing this book, I asked myself a simple question. What do I wish someone had told me when I started my real estate photography business? The answer was clear. I wish someone had told me that success doesn't come from hustle alone. It doesn't come from having the best gear, the most polished portfolio, or even the most talent. It comes from having systems. If you're like most photographers who've reached this final chapter, you started your business because you love creating. You have an eye for composition, light, and space. You enjoy the craft. And somewhere along the way, you realize that taking great photos was the easy part. The hard part was building a business that worked. One that didn't leave you exhausted, uncertain, or stuck in the feast or famine cycle that plagues so many creative entrepreneurs. That's the journey we've been on together through this book. Not just learning marketing tactics, but building a complete system, the Pixl Marketing Method, that transforms how your business functions and how you function within it. The real estate photographer's journey. Think back to where you were when you first picked up this book. Maybe you were struggling to fill your calendar consistently. Maybe you were working with clients who didn't value your services or haggled over every dollar. Maybe you were simply overwhelmed, doing everything yourself and watching your passion slowly turn into a grind. I've been there. In those early days of my business, I lived in a constant state of hustle and hope. I'd shoot a property, deliver the images, and then wonder where my next booking would come from. I'd check my phone obsessively, hoping for texts from agents. I'd scroll social media, looking for signs that someone, anyone, needed photos. And the crazy part? I was good at what I did. My images were strong. My clients were happy with the results. But I had no system to turn that quality into consistency. That's the gap the Pixl Marketing Method is designed to close. The space between being good at your craft and having a good business. The traditional real estate photographer's journey looks something like this. 1. Fall in love with photography. 2. Buy some equipment. 3. Start taking clients. 4. Get overwhelmed by business details. 5. Hit a wall where growth stalls. 6. Either burn out or break through. As Wayne Helm, one of our PixlCRM users, puts it, I used to keep all my CRM stuff on an Excel spreadsheet. I look back and I'm like, I don't know how I even functioned on something like that. The problem is that most photographers never get past step 5. They hit that wall and bounce between overwhelm and stagnation, never quite figuring out how to scale beyond themselves. But you're different now. You've seen another path. You understand that random acts of marketing, inconsistent client experiences, and hope-based business planning aren't the only options. You've been given the blueprint, the Pixl Marketing Method, for a systematic approach that can transform your business from unpredictable to unstoppable. The core truth: systems create freedom. This might sound counterintuitive, especially if you're the creative type who bristles at structure and process. But here's the paradox at the heart of this book. Systems don't constrain creativity. They unleash it. When you don't have to worry about where your next client is coming from, you can focus more deeply on your craft. When you're not constantly reinventing your marketing approach, you can refine what works. When you're not starting from zero with every new lead, you can create deeper, more meaningful client relationships. In other words, systems create the space for you to do your best work. Jordan Ashley, a PixlCRM user and real estate media business owner who implemented the Pixl Marketing Method, describes this freedom perfectly. I took a 3-month trip to Europe last fall. I was managing completely remotely, allowing my team and my VA to handle everything on the ground back in my market in Kansas City. All my communications flow through one central location, and all these automations happen in the background, allowing me to enjoy my vacations without constantly worrying about what's going on back home. Think about it. How much more creative could you be if you weren't stressed about your empty calendar next month? How much better could your client experience be if you weren't scrambling to figure it out each time? How much further could you push your technical and artistic boundaries if basic business functions happened automatically? This is why the Pixl Marketing Method doesn't just focus on getting more leads or making more sales. It's a comprehensive approach that systemizes every part of your client journey, from first impressions to lasting loyalty. When you have a lead generation engine that runs consistently, when your onboarding process makes clients feel valued from day one, when your follow-up sequences keep you top of mind without extra effort, when your reactivation campaigns bring dormant clients back into the fold, that's when business stops feeling like a constant struggle and starts feeling like a well-oiled machine. And here's the beautiful part. Once these systems are in place, they don't require constant reinvention. Unlike your photography, which demands continuous creative juice, your business systems become more valuable the longer they run, with less and less input from you. As Phil Andrews, a Pixl Marketing Method student, says about systems built on that method, once you set it up, it's pretty much a set and forget system. This is a secret that separates successful real estate media businesses from struggling freelancers. It's not that they work harder or have some special talent for business. It's that they've built systems that amplify their efforts and create results even when they're not actively hustling. PixlCRM, the tool that makes it possible. You might be wondering, how do I actually implement all of these systems from the Pixl Marketing Method? And that's exactly why we created PixlCRM, a platform specifically designed to turn the blueprint of the Pixl Marketing Method into reality for real estate photographers. The Pixl Marketing Method provides the strategy, the what and why of systematic business growth. PixlCRM provides the implementation, the how and when that brings these systems to life without requiring you to become a technical expert or spend countless hours figuring it out on your own. This relationship between method and tool is crucial. Many photographers have great ideas about how to grow their business, but they stumble when it comes to execution. PixlCRM removes those barriers, making it possible for any photographer, regardless of their technical skills or business background, to implement sophisticated systems with ease. As Brian Clark, a PixlCRM user, says, our biggest challenges were that we had these things piecemealed all over the place. There was no centralized way to collect all the data, from planning outreach to sending basic email campaigns. Having everything in one centralized location allowed us constant access to the data, helping us make business decisions quickly to retain clients or capture new ones. PixlCRM isn't just software. It's the embodiment of the Pixl Marketing Method in digital form, designed specifically for real estate photographers by real estate photographers. Stories of transformation. The impact of implementing the Pixl Marketing Method isn't theoretical. It's proven by real photographers who put these systems into action using PixlCRM and seen transformative results. Take Jordan Ashley, a PixlCRM user and real estate media business owner based in Kansas City. My major problems were that my systems were kind of all over the place. Nothing was centrally located. I didn't have a lot of ways to automate some of the more trivial aspects and tasks in my business, Jordan explains. After implementing the Pixl Marketing Method through PixlCRM, the results were remarkable. I've actually grown my business 100%, so I've doubled the revenue I was making this time last year. A lot of that is in thanks to automating so many things in my business, giving me more free time to concentrate on the high-value tasks that really matter and really grow the business. The impact on his market position was equally impressive. When I started implementing these systems, I had 29 5-star Google reviews, and 1 year later, I'm up to 129. Now I'm the highest-rated real estate photographer on Google in my market. Brian Clark, another PixlCRM user, experienced similar transformational results after implementing the Pixl Marketing Method. Honestly, this year we've doubled our revenue. The automated responses helped in unexpected ways too. After being in business for 10 years, we had 24 reviews. Since implementing automated review requests 6 months ago, we jumped to around 80 reviews, which has greatly accelerated our SEO. Google's algorithms favor continuous, consistent reviews, significantly improving our online visibility. Wayne Helm, a PixlCRM user, saw immediate results with just one aspect of the Pixl Marketing Method, the automated review collection. I've doubled my Google reviews in a month. I had 12 at the end of December, and now I have more than doubled that in the first month. Even users who implemented just pieces of the method saw significant returns. Edward Yelfimov, a PixlCRM user, notes, "We've already activated our abandoned cart sequence and had 2 bookings come from just the abandoned cart sequence." These aren't outliers or special cases. They're regular photographers who decided to stop relying on hustle and start building systems based on the Pixl Marketing Method. As Phil Andrews, a PixlCRM user, puts it, these systems allow you to work on the business rather than work in the business. The only difference between these photographers and those still struggling is the choice to implement what you've learned in this book. A choice that PixlCRM makes easier than ever. Permission to be imperfect. Now, I can almost hear what some of you are thinking. This all sounds great, but I can't possibly implement everything at once. There are 9 steps here. I'm already busy just keeping up with shoots and edits. Let me be clear. You don't have to implement everything perfectly or all at once. In fact, trying to do that is a recipe for overwhelm and ultimately giving up. Even with a tool like PixlCRM that makes implementing the Pixl Marketing Method easier, it's still important to pace yourself. Brian Clark, a PixlCRM user who saw tremendous results from the Pixl Marketing Method, offers this advice. I would say don't hesitate. Jump right in. You can get as much out of it as quickly as you want. I don't recommend rushing because there's so much to explore, but absolutely don't hesitate. Give yourself permission to start small. Pick one system from the Pixl Marketing Method, the one that addresses your most pressing pain point, and focus there first. Maybe it's a lead generation engine because you're struggling to fill your calendar. Or perhaps it's the client onboarding sequence because you find yourself explaining the same things repeatedly to new clients. Whatever you choose, implement it through PixlCRM, refine it, and let it run for a while before adding the next system. Think of it as building your business one brick at a time, not trying to construct the entire building in a day. Remember, imperfect action beats perfect inaction every time. A basic referral system that's actually running will generate more business than the perfect system that only exists in your head. And here's the good news. Each system you implement makes the next one easier. As your lead generation improves, you'll have more clients to put through your onboarding sequence. As your onboarding improves, you'll have more satisfied clients to ask for reviews and referrals. As your review system improves, your lead generation becomes even more effective. It's a virtuous cycle, and it all starts with that first system from the Pixl Marketing Method, implemented through PixlCRM. The ripple effect beyond business. What most photographers don't realize when they start implementing the Pixl Marketing Method is how the effects ripple out far beyond their business. Yes, you'll likely book more shoots. Yes, your revenue will probably increase. Yes, your clients will notice a difference in how professionally everything runs. But the most profound change often happens in areas you might not expect, like your personal relationships. When your business runs more systematically, you're not constantly distracted by work worries when you're with family and friends. You're more present, more engaged, more able to enjoy the moments that matter. Jordan's 3-month European trip while his business continued to run is a perfect example of this freedom. Or your health. The stress of feast-or-famine business takes a physical toll. I've seen photographers transform not just their businesses, but their well-being when their background anxiety about where the next client will come from finally disappears. Or your creativity. When you're not exhausted from handling every aspect of your business manually, you have more mental and emotional energy for creative pursuits. Whether that's exploring new photography techniques, developing side projects, or simply engaging more deeply with the artistic aspects of your work. Many PixlCRM users find that implementing the Pixl Marketing Method not only frees up their time, but transforms their identity within the business. Brian Clark shares, features like automated missed call text backs and centralizing data points from vendor and broker meetings have been incredibly helpful. Leads come into one central location, allowing us to action follow-ups or automate them. We were able to automate new client onboarding, something we hadn't even considered before. The freedom these systems create can't be understated. As Jordan puts it, it is a program or tool I didn't know I needed, but now that I have it, it's indispensable. These stories remind us that building a systematic business with the Pixl Marketing Method is more about just booking more shoots or making more money. It's about creating a business that enhances your life rather than consuming it. Because ultimately, isn't that why you started this journey in the first place? Not just to be a photographer, but to have the freedom and fulfillment that comes from doing work you love on your own terms? That's what the Pixl Marketing Method makes possible and what PixlCRM helps you achieve. Your new identity, from freelancer to CEO. As your business transforms through implementing the Pixl Marketing Method, so will your identity within it. This is perhaps the most profound change of all. When you started, you were likely a photographer who happened to own a business. But as these systems take root, especially when implemented through PixlCRM, you'll find yourself becoming a business owner who happens to be a photographer. And ultimately, you'll evolve into a true CEO, someone who sets the vision, builds a team, and oversees the systems rather than executing every task personally. This identity shift doesn't happen overnight. It's not about suddenly wearing suits to shoots or calling yourself Chief Executive Officer on your business cards. It's about gradually seeing yourself differently and allowing others to do the same. It starts with small changes in how you talk about your business. Instead of, I shoot real estate photos, you might say, I run a real estate media company that helps agents market their listings more effectively. Instead of, I'm a real estate photographer, you might say, I lead a team that provides visual marketing for the real estate industry. These subtle changes and shifts in language reflect deeper shifts in mindset. You're no longer selling your time or even your skills. You're offering a complete solution through a business that has systems and processes larger than any one person. And here's the fascinating part. When you start seeing yourself this way, clients start treating you differently too. They stop haggling over your rates because you're no longer just buying your time. They're buying into your systems, your processes, your results. They stop treating you like a vendor and start seeing you as a strategic partner. This elevated positioning changes everything from your pricing power to your work-life balance. It transforms real estate photography from a service you provide to a business you lead. And it all starts with systems. The systems outlined in the Pixl Marketing Method and implemented through PixlCRM. A new definition of success. Before we wrap up, I want to challenge you to consider a new definition of success for your business. In the photography world, we're often conditioned to measure success by portfolio quality, high-profile clients, or even social media followers. But what if success was measured differently? What if success meant a business that runs smoothly, even when you take a vacation? Clients who value your work enough to pay premium rates without negotiation. A calendar that fills predictably without constant hustle. Work that energizes rather than depletes you. A lifestyle that photography supports rather than consumes. This kind of success isn't about being the busiest photographer in your market or shooting the most expensive properties. It's about building a business that serves your life, not the other way around. With the Pixl Marketing Method and the implementation power of PixlCRM, this kind of success is absolutely within your reach. You can create a business that's not just profitable, but sustainable. Not just busy, but purposeful. Not just growing, but thriving in a way that supports your broader goals and values. Because at the end of the day, your real estate photography business is a means to an end, not the end itself. It's a vehicle to create the life you want, to do the work that matters, to make an impact in your community, and to achieve the freedom that entrepreneurship promises but doesn't always deliver. The Pixl Marketing Method is designed to help you fulfill that promise. Not just to book more shoots or make more money, though those things will likely happen, but to build something that truly works, something you're proud of, something that lasts. The beginning, not the end. As we reach the end of this book, I want to emphasize that this is actually just the beginning of your journey. You now have the blueprint, the Pixl Marketing Method. You understand the systems. You've seen the possibilities. But the real work and the real rewards come from implementation. And that's why we created PixlCRM, to make implementing the Pixl Marketing Method straightforward and accessible for every real estate photographer, regardless of technical skill or business experience. So what happens next is up to you. You can close this book and return to business as usual, letting these ideas fade into the background as you deal with the day-to-day demands of your work. Many will make this choice, not because they don't see the value in these systems, but because changing feels harder than staying the same, even when the same isn't working. Or you can decide that today marks the beginning of a new chapter in your business. You can choose one system from the Pixl Marketing Method to implement this week through PixlCRM. You can start small, stay consistent, and watch as your business gradually transforms from unpredictable to unstoppable. The choice is yours, but I hope you'll choose the latter, because I've seen what happens when photographers commit to this path. I've witnessed the transformation not just in their businesses, but in their lives, and I know the same is possible for you. As Brian Clark reflects, I wish this had been around 10 years ago. I can only imagine where we'd be now. I'm excited it's available today. Remember, the photographers who succeed aren't necessarily the most talented, the best equipped, or the most well-connected. They're the ones who build systems that work even when they don't. So take what you've learned here and put it into action. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can, and watch as random acts of marketing transform into remarkable results. Your systematic, sustainable, successful business is waiting for you to build it. The Pixl Marketing Method provides a blueprint, and PixlCRM gives you the tools to make it happen. The journey starts now. Thanks for listening to the Pixl Marketing Show. If you're ready to go from random acts of marketing to remarkable results, grab your free copy of the Pixl Marketing Method at pixelmarketingmethodbook.com. If this episode helped you, share it with another real estate media business owner. Make sure to follow the show so you never miss an episode. Until next time.